Millions dream of being in show business, and only a few of us even try. But despite the odds, I'm going to. I have to try.
Hi, I'm Kendall. That's Kendall. Yeah! I'm 18 years old, and I'm in my first year here at Randolph Academy for the Performing Arts. I just want a small group of cult people who dress really funny and are mad about me and run around and do fun things with me. I know that many of us are not gonna make it from first term to second term, but I'm here because I want to sing. And I've been taking singing since I was 10. That's about 8 years now. And it's just something I've grown up with. I first saw the Rocky Horror Picture Show when I was 8 years old. I looked at my parents and said, Mom, I want to do that. And my dad got a little nervous, but then 2 years later, they threw me into singing lessons, and it's so much fun to sing and dance and run around.
Let's go on with the show!
So when I was 9, all the kids got sent home a little card, and at the very bottom of mine it said, keep up the good opera singing, and that's when I decided, I think I'm gonna study opera. In love with the night mysterious, the night when you first were there, in love with my joy delirious, when I knew that you could care. So taunt me and hurt me, deceive me, desert me, you know, darling, why so in love, so in love, so in love with you, my love, am I. There are moments when I listen to songs and it sounds sappy, but I almost want to cry. I'm so happy that I can do that. It's like a beautiful, beautiful gift. It's also the biggest curse in my life at the same time.
What is this person? What do you see when you look at this person? Do you see a juvenile? Do you see an ingenue? Do you see a leading lady? And Kendall there is a dichotomy there between the face she presents to the world and the voice. And I mean, the voice is a coloratura soprano, and it's a beautiful instrument.
Oh, monologue. That was so great.
Basically, the first year is the most difficult. The first week probably is the most grueling, just in terms of students trying to find out where they're going, what class they're in, etc. But you know, it's a weeding out process, basically. We're talking about 70% carry on. Either that 30% are not asked back, or they choose not to come back.
The very first week of school was really, really confusing. I didn't know where my classes were, where I was going. I still felt a little like, oh, I stand out like a sore thumb here. This is going to be quite an adventure. I honestly can't even remember what class I'm in. But I'll be late in 3 minutes. Oh, is this my class? Am I in this class now? What, I was supposed to be here now, supposedly?
Kendall?
She thinks she's in musicology 4 or 5.
Okay. Kendall.
I'm not in this class. Sorry, I asked Jeannie to hold me back in 2 so I can do it over again.
Okay, well, you need to go talk to Diane because Diane put you in this class.
Okay, thank you.
But I'm happy for you to be wherever you should be.
Thanks.
Okay.
So, on rhythm, please, if you would introduce yourselves in a loud, confident voice on the snaps. Darlene.
Joanne.
Kendall is like Ms. Personality, right? Came in, guns fully loaded, full of attitude, full of, this is who I am.
The main process of being involved in theater, creating an ensemble with the people that you're going to be working with, the main aspect of that is trust and respect. It comes down to the fact that, you know, they're nervous about being here, they're scared about being here, they put up this whole thing to protect themselves on some level or other, but ultimately it's a front in order to hide the fear.
Acting serious and stuff is a whole other league, and it takes such great skill. And I'm afraid I don't have that skill. I'm afraid that I'm not going to survive. I want to walk out the door and have respect, and I'm afraid I'm not going to get respect.
She's having some problems. She's having some problems.
It's starting to look like a struggle now. I've never done this much homework in my entire high school life than I have in this first week. Yeah. Okay, let me copy. Okay. First one.
It's not like I expect them to become masters in minutes, but I expect them to try. And Kendall doesn't always try. I think she holds back.
I can't even do simple math. I can sing like German and Italian arias and all kinds of musical theater and that, but I can't do simple math, and my spelling's really horrible because my whole life's been focused around just singing. And so if I don't sing for a living, I'm not gonna live. I don't know how to do anything else. I could learn if I really want to, but there's nothing else I want to learn. My job here is to clean up Randolph Academy. I sweep and mop and dust and stuff. George is nice enough to help out all the students when they need it. How could I know I would never hold you, never again in this world, but oh, sure as you breathe, I am there inside you. When I came into the school, I knew I had ADD, which is attention deficit disorder, but I refused to take the medication Ritalin because it turns me into like a zombie. And I don't feel myself, but within the first 2 weeks, they pulled me into the office and was like, what's going on? Oh, Lord.
Students don't want to tell us. I mean, we've got this medical form and we ask for it, and it very blatantly says learning disabilities, ADD, anxiety disorder, whatever. And most of the time, 90% of the time, they don't fess up. And it comes out eventually somewhere.
Do you have tactics?
Yes, of course. I always have my work ready and prepared.
I know, I knew you would. So do I.
I don't have them here, but I have them done.
Oh, no. I mean, I know you did it.
So, here we go. ADD has never affected my singing, but when it comes to acting, I get easily extracted. So, the baby gets rainbows, and I get the shadow. And it's not that I don't focus in class, it's that I focus on everything, so I can be doing like a million different things in my head at the same time. 9. Line. Is no one reading for us?
I guess not.
We'd like to start over again.
Okay.
And I'd like someone
Did
to read our lines.
To do?
They noticed within the first 2 weeks that something wasn't up. Line.
Do you care if I smoke till my lungs?
Do you care if I smoke till my lungs explode? You know. Hey, you know what? I've gone all of a sudden gone totally blank, and I'm super embarrassed. Like, I had them in the hallway, and now I just.
Okay.
Okay, I'm having a lot of problems. It's getting in the way. Whatever. Part of me is in like, oh, who cares? Denial, whatever, yeah. And other parts of me is wake up.
Yeah,
You need help.
there were some good moments there. Responses from you guys?
Here, bring something downstairs.
Well, if we imagine that there's, I don't know, but like 10 or 12 people that are really in trouble. Kendall is in the sort of middle to lower part of that group.
I've discovered much hard work it is, and I need to take extra, I think, acting classes. Definitely extra dancing classes because I'm not a dancer yet.
7, slowly moving, and 1, 2, 3, find your pose. Okay, you know what?
She was the kind of student who I kind of psychologically just pushed aside because she was causing too much commotion in my head. You know, she came in saying she was an opera singer. At her age, you're not an opera singer. Not possible, not possible. No. A lot of her classmates didn't trust her. They didn't enjoy working with her because she was a loose cannon. In a classroom situation where we were working on ensemble work, a lot of ensemble work where one person can ruin it for everyone, she wasn't getting it.
I don't like to admit it, but I guess I'm a huge prima donna. When I'm not used to sing, this is the first time I ever sang in a choir was when I came to this school, because I'm always soloist, so I always worry about myself. I'm auditioning for the Randolph Academy Gala. It's a fundraiser. I have to take the nose ring out.
Yeah.
It's an audition. I'm singing an opera piece instead of musical theater because I thought maybe they want some variety. Even though it's a musical theater school, I thought I'd give it a go.
I like your shirt.
Bring 2.
Due to a change in songs, if you don't mind, I would like to sing O Mio Babino Caro from Gianni Schisi by Puccini. I don't, sorry, I was gonna audition for classical. I asked prior, and...
You know what, let's just do the opening of it then, not the whole thing.
Sure, no problem, sure.
Oh mio babino caro, mi piaceva
I could see what she was into. She was doing her one-trick pony number, and I didn't want that. I wanted her to start reaching out for new material.
Thanks very much, Kendall.
Thank you. Nice day. I've got a pretty good hunch that I'm not what they're looking for. And I totally understand, run a musical theater school, but I asked. Like, I wouldn't have just gone in and been like, okay. So, that's okay. I know I'm good. They'll survive. By the end of this year, I'm gonna have to decide if this is the right place for me or if I should go learn somewhere else.
How did you learn this, Kendall?
I learned a long time ago from my last teacher, Deborah Linton. In a way, I learned it wrong, but by myself.
Okay, so we need to fix those things.
It was everything all at once. What some of the kids were doing and saying, and reports back from teachers and the pressure on myself. I just finally realized, instead of like pushing it all away, to learn from the mistakes of others. And it just all absorbed into me at once. It's like I grew 20 years older. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. was necessarily written there is not what I'm singing.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Rehearse that ending and know exactly what it is you want to do. Yeah,
Okay.
Because it's a gorgeous, gorgeous voice. And if you don't have the intent behind where you're going, and the audience starts to feel uncomfortable, then it'll just dissipate all of the good stuff that you've done up until then, right?
Okay.
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 Good.
Great.
Good. Good.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Well, it's the last 2 weeks right now, my second term, so this is when all the workload comes on and it's heavy, and I'm trying to manage everything, and I'm trying my hardest so I don't embarrass myself.
Okay, so did you find anything new today, or?
Nothing altogether that I haven't been trying to work on.
Okay.
Like, it just isn't. I've never done
Yes.
Try that now.
All right.
I can't risk not being focused here. No, have you read The Creation? I've worked too hard not to come back next semester. I decided to go back onto my medication to help me focus.
1, 2, 3, and
Come hear the haunting song of the Siamese twins.
yeah, then you go right into a very bright sound here now. 4. We have 1 week to whip together 32 numbers.
See a curious gal, the bearded lady. See a man turned into a reptile as punishment for his sins. Come hear the haunting song of the Siamese twins.
Good. People know that you can do this. What's going to shock people is when they hear this belty, brash sound, because they haven't heard that from you.
Come see our elegant geek, refined but deadly. Chicken necks delight his incisors, their heads decorate the mud. His favorite cocktails are ink, his warm chicken blood.
Good. I like your focus on this. Because at the beginning of the semester, on Titanic, on Sing for Your Supper, I thought, not Sing for Your Supper, Company, I thought she's not even paying attention at all to cutoffs and everything. You're nailing it now.
Thanks.
You're nailing it, and this is what I want to see from you. Huge improvement. Huge improvement. I think you're doing a kick job on that. So, at the beginning of this semester, I felt like she used it as an excuse. That if she was flying off the wall, or if she wasn't paying attention, or if her energy wasn't there, it was because of the ADD. But she still had the capacity to work through it, and she just was choosing not to work through it. And I think when she saw the possibilities, she said, you know what, I can lick this thing. I think she's proven that the medication doesn't have to affect the process for her.
There is still this big wall I put up. I put a wall of emotions here that I don't let anyone through. And I'm trying to tear down the wall. The Sternum by Kendall Victoria Savage. The sternum is located in the upper body, right around here. I'm at perfect height to see lots of sternums because I'm 4'11", so when I hug people, my head's right at their sternum. Here are some sternums I'd really like to hug. I'd really like to hug. Seriously, folks. I would really like to hug John Waters. And I'd like to hug my mom, and I'd like to hug Stephanie.
I'm glad that this turnabout happened when it did, because we've got her now doing this really fascinating solo in the song from the show Sideshow.
Between most of the students and myself, we definitely worked together. Yeah, we had to pull it together. It was great. Guys, wait, can I say something? Walk not in front of me, for I may not follow. Walk not behind me, for I lead no man, but walk beside me as a friend.
took some risks with her this semester and put her in the top vocal ensemble at the school. She knows how to manipulate her voice in a healthy way that's still going to benefit the group, and that's not an easy concept to grasp, and she's doing extremely well with it.
There was actually a time where I thought I was, that this place wasn't right for me. I was going to go back to classical. But as beautiful and as much as I love opera in the classical world, I would probably be so miserable there. Because there's less people like me here. There's even less people like me there. I think they're just working us a lot harder now because they want those the kids who don't take it seriously to stop wasting their time and get out. So I don't know how many kids realize that though here, but I do. So they can work me, but I'm not leaving. I've worked too hard to not come back next semester ever again. It's too easy to give up.
I'm a starving student. I go to art school and I'm starving and I want to work for John Waters. So there's no money in that.
They're the kind of fat, like I fucking lend them my bracelet and they wear it as a belt.